Welcome to the Department of Revenue Protecting Privacy videotape. My name is Alan Lebovich, Commissioner of the Department of Revenue. This tape has been prepared to summarize our responsibilities in handling of confidential tax and child support information. Preserving privacy is as important as anything we do. The Department's policy and the public law dealing with unauthorized access are very clear. Our Inspectional Services Division monitors employee access both to mass tax and to the COMET databases. The trust by taxpayers and child support customers that the information is secure and protected is central to our ability to carry out our day-to-day operations. Please watch this videotape and consult the Protecting Privacy brochure we distribute to you. If you have any questions or observe any breaches of our policy, please contact our Inspectional Services Division or my office at any time. Thank you.
Privacy is the dignity of the individual.
You're sort of entitled as an individual to have some control over your life and information about yourself.
I don't have any faith in the government protecting the information that is given to them because it goes from one agency to another. So it's basically, you can basically put it on a poster and stick it up on a tree somewhere.
Might keep the information safe, they might not. I mean, it's a 50-50 thing.
Freedom is privacy. Freedom to make your choices, not to be constantly used and manipulated by those who have access to information, which is, if knowledge is power, information is a club.
Tax system modernization, electronic filing, information without paper, databases, millions of records accessible in a few keystrokes. Easier access to data isolates taxpayers by group for study. Megabytes of memory, gigabytes of storage, networking. We are faster, more accurate than ever before. Yet a powerful tool is a potential weapon aimed at privacy, a fundamental right of citizens.
Oh, I think you have to assume this electronic superhighway is diminishing what we perceive to be privacy.
I try to stay off as many computer disks as I can.
Privacy is the protection against being spied on in some way, whether it's through electronic means or through inference that is being drawn by your behavior. I think that with the tax modernization system, there are going to be many new forms of misuse that we will have to worry about. One of them is the notion of being able to gather together in aggregate a large amount of data, not only about individual taxpayers, but about essentially everybody in a neighborhood, or everybody who's contributed to a particular cause, or everyone who has a particular demographic attribute.
Only collect information that is necessary. Treat taxpayers and co-workers with honesty, integrity, fairness, and respect. Use information only for the purpose for which it is collected. And keep information confidential.
Morning. Hey, did you read the sports section?
Yep.
Did you see what Wabash wants?
It's a lot of money for a guy who throws a lot of interceptions.
It's unbelievable. What do you have, 4 interceptions last week?
Can you believe he's asking for $5 million this year? He only made $1.5 million.
I wouldn't give him 1.5, even if he had a good arm.
We've only located half the class, Lisa. What kind of reunion is that? We have to find more people. See who you can find on the list, will you?
Alice.
Dylan, where'd you find it?
My driveway.
Sorry, I can't keep track of him.
It's okay, you're a good dad. Not like my husband. Listen, can you find out how much he's getting back on his return and get his address too? He stopped sending me support payments, and if I don't get anything soon, I don't know how we're gonna make it.
I'm really sorry.
He's on the computer, right? Look, I'm sorry. Bye-bye.
Browsing or unauthorized access of taxpayer records or child support information is a willful violation of security procedures and is subject to disciplinary action up to and including termination for a first-time offense.
I'm John Moynihan, Deputy Commissioner of the Inspectional Services Division. Before we conclude this presentation, I'd like to take a moment to comment on the issues of confidentiality and privacy. You have just seen reenactments of actual browsing violations. These examples were included in the video to illustrate how easily an employee can become entangled in these matters. The Department of Revenue policy on browsing is clear. An employee may only access tax or child support information for a legitimate business reason. Every year, each of you receive a copy of the policy on confidentiality and privacy. This annual reminder describes in detail what is prohibited. Because DOR is entrusted with information that is highly sensitive and protected by the law, we have developed innovative ways to protect this information. Internal Audit and Internal Affairs use technology which significantly increases our monitoring capability. As you return to your daily routine, I encourage you to think for a moment about this issue and the potential implications of browsing. Within the past year, employees have lost their jobs at DOR because of browsing violations. Don't browse. It's not worth the risk.
The funny thing about privacy is that you don't realize that you have it until you've lost it.